For this over the 2,000 metres, the agency real estate handicap, and there's the light. Gates are back. They're off and racing. Mon Felicity jumped okay from barrier one. Louisville being sent forward. So's Man Behind the Money, ridden with intent, and Aristonus is pretty handy as well. Kibosh on a wide path in the early stages, followed then by getting back a bit floating on the outside of Rondino, Almania, and Rebel Rama's last. Berry's been able to find the front here on Man Behind the Money. That was the plan, and he's been able to execute it out by a length and a half. Kibosh worked over to second, and Aristonus will sit in a handy third and do no work in the run today, plonked on the inside of Louisville. Well, Clipperton's got him much closer than usual, Louisville. He's only 3 lengths off the front runner. 2 lengths to the grey floating in advance of Mon Felicity. Then came Rondino from Almania, and Rebel Rama being quietly ridden last of all. So Man Behind the Money at the 1,200 metres leads by 3/4 to Kibosh. Just getting a bit keen, the front runner. They're followed by Aristonus, leaders back third inside the well-fancied Louisville. 2 lengths then to Floating, a length then to Mon Felicity, a gap further back to Rondino, Almania, and Rebel Rama's last of all. No change to the order, and Man Behind the Money is trucking along in the lead, out by a half length on Kibosh. 2 lengths away to Louisville, who's just partnering Aristonus in that position, and just ridden with a bit of cover behind them there is Floating. Then came Mon Felicity from Rondino, Almania, Rebel Rama. Still no change to the order. Approaching the 600 metres, Man Behind the Money being eyeballed by Kibosh. Stride for stride they go. Louisville being nudged along now. Peeling 3 wide coming to the turn. Then Aristonus from Floating as they straighten up. Kibosh moved up on the outside of Man Behind the Money at the 300 and beat it off. Kibosh raced a length in front of Man Behind the Money. Floating, no excuses today down the outside. Then Aristonus, and Louisville's battling away between them. Kibosh at odds leads from Floating a length away. It's Kibosh in front of Floating, who's closing in. Kibosh and Floating. Floating lunges and got up. Floating knocked off Kibosh right on the line. Well, Louisville, what's happened today? Was he too close? He's battled away in third. Aristonus, no excuses. Then Mon Felicity from Almania. Man Behind the Money is cashless. Then Rebel Rama and Rondino. Floating. Zach Lloyd, Matt Smith down the outside. Bit unlucky last time in the race, won by Louisville. And Floating, yes, no excuses today. He's been able to lengthen and rope in the long price Kibosh. Corey Brown was making a good case on the telly for Kibosh, but Floating's roped it in.